Hey, I don't know about you, but I'm getting really excited about this sew along. And I've been preparing in my own sewing room just for you. So with that, I decided, I might give you just a little bit of a tip if you plan on quilting your own fabrics for this. One, you possibly might use more fabric than what it tells you to purchase on the pattern packet itself. Being that you actually quilt your fabric prior to cutting out your pattern piece. As you recall, if you've read your pattern, or if you have the pattern, you revisited the pattern, as you recall, they use pre-quilted fabric. So they really don't use any lining, and your inside pockets and your outside pockets are all sewn to that one front piece or that one back piece. Well, I'm going to be doing something a little different and bringing it up a little better by adding a lining. Remember in the first video I said I am not going to be quilting that lining, but everything is going to get interfaced, whether it be the Pelon decor or that other one, and I can't remember right now which one it is. But it's a nice grade of fusible interfacing that will add more structure to all of your fabric pieces. I even did that on my canvas. I am using canvas and vinyl for my bag. So let me begin by just showing you how I'm going to be quilting two pieces of fabric, only because I'm only doing a front and a back that are quilted. The rest of it is going to be lined and interfaced and really structurally sound, and it's all going to go perfect. So I'll be right back. Okay, as you see, I have my square piece of fabric that I cut out, and if you can notice, I actually have blue lines I've already marked out on this. Underneath it, I'm going to flip it around, I have my 10-ounce batting that I was using. Normally when you quilt a project, you will actually have your top fabric, your batting, and then you'd have your lining fabric, another piece of fabric on underneath. As you will notice, I am not doing this because I'm adding, remember, the lining with pockets attached to that lining. So I do not want my lining fabric and my outside fabric quilted together. It may be confusing to you now, but I think you'll really understand once we get into the sew along. Okay, so if you notice, these are the things I've used. Actually, I use this product. It's a temporary adhesive, and I actually did that in lieu of pins. So as I quilt it, it gives a nice surface. I also, when I do this, I used a gridded ruler, okay, to do my lines with. I started in the middle. I figured out how many inches. I got the complete middle. This is a water-soluble blue marker. You test all the markers you use and make sure that they will come out disappearing or with water. You do not place an iron on any of this until you get that marker out. I have prior tested to this, and so it works great. I want lines to sew down so I know they're straight. If you want to wing it, wing it. But I used a gridded ruler. It fits. I've used a yardstick. I've used anything I can get my hands on, but this gridded ruler is actually nice because I could mark out my 1.5, and I just lined up that with my blue line, and then I did my mark, and then I did it again and hopped over, and I hopped over. I will also use, when I go to my machine to quilt, remember I told you in the first video these fun little clips? I will actually just clip the sides down so it doesn't kind of fly out. But when I get over to these lines, these little clips will go away. I will take those out so it's just hanging there. So after, I'm going to switch here. See? Hopefully you all can see my beautiful quilting. It still has the blue lines. This is another amazing handy dandy tool right here. See that? It actually holds water. Ooh, and I don't have a whole lot of water left in there. I didn't refill it before this. Anyway, if you notice, to the side, do you see that brush right there? And I push here, and if you notice, I'm just going to run a bead of water and I brush it along my stitching, and it is amazing, and the blue disappears, and that is exactly how I take away my blue lines. And I do that prior to everything. As soon as I stitch it up, blue lines go away. Can everybody see that? Can you actually see that? So I will do that. Is it time consuming? Yes. But is it that little detail that I want because I want straight lines? Yes. I will make effort. And is that why I interface everything? Yes. But anyway, so basically this is it quilted. And if you notice on the other side, it's just the batting. Okay. Now, and this will be in our next when we start our class about cutting out. But if you notice, now I will cut out my front and my back when I get both of my quilted panels quilted and ready to go. But if you noticed, my lining, I don't need to pre-do that, and I'll just show you a sneak peek. This is my lining, and I've already cut out my pieces, okay, for the lining, because I'm not quilting it out. Well, there you go. So I hope that helps a little bit, because I think that is one of the reasons why I chose not to quilt my fabric. Have an amazing week. Excited to get started, and we'll see you soon. Remember, if you have any questions about this, please write your comments and ask your questions, and hopefully I have some great answers for you.